moments, you can sit down and say thank you. In a few moments, my clerk is going to hand you a list of the witnesses that the people have on their witness list. He may not call the witnesses in that order, and he may not call all of the witnesses. It's simply there for you to take notes if you wish to. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to. But she'll hand that out momentarily. Go ahead, Mr. Becker.
David, I can barely hear you, so if you can speak up a little loud so we can all hear you, so we can hear all the way back here, okay? Could you state your name?
David Bukoru.
And could you spell it, please?
David Bukuru.
David, did you know Patrick Lyoya?
Yes.
Could you tell the jury how you knew him?
Well, I knew Patrick, pretty sure I met him around 2008, anywhere from 2017, maybe 2017. He was at the party.
Sorry, he was at what?
He was at the party when I first met him.
Okay, what party is that?
I think it was just a community get-together party, and then that's when I met him. And then after that, we went to a friend of one of friend of ours, and then he was a really good kid. And then we started to communicate. We exchanged number, and then time to time he would come to my house. I would go to his house. We were pretty good friends.
When you talk about a community party, was he a neighbor of yours then? What community are you talking about?
Well, I'm from Africa, so time to time we have like events, so we will meet and then have a good time.
All right, so you're talking about community. Was the African community have events and you met him at one of those African community events, not in a neighborhood?
No, it was an African event.
So I'd like to take you back to the last time you saw him. When was the last time you saw him? Do you recall that day?
The last time I saw him was when he got shot. I mean, when about 30 to 45 minutes before he got shot.
Okay. How did you see him 30, 40 to 45 minutes before he got shot? What was going on?
Well, he was in my house. He slept over at my house. That day. So on that Saturday, we had a party. There was I usually host a party. A friend of mine, he do host a party on Saturdays, and then he was at the party. He came after the party. He came to my house, so he was. And that Sunday, we were just home, listening to music, and then in the morning of that Monday, he had told me that he had to do something early in the morning. So, I woke him up around 8, if I remember correctly.
Okay, stop right there before we get further because you covered a lot of ground. So you had a party on Saturday. Was he at the party on Saturday?
Well, I met him down there on Saturday. When I met him down there, after the party, he came. He went home, and then that Sunday, he came. Like I said, he used to come to my house time to time, and then especially on the weekends.
So he spent all day Sunday at your place?
Yep, he was all night Sunday.
Who else was there? Who else was at your apartment during the day on Sunday?
My roommate, Amen, and there was another guy. He goes by Jamari.
So it was really just the four of you there on Sunday. Did all four of you then spend the night at your place on Sunday?
Yep, it was just four of us. We was sit home, listen to music, playing life. Pretty much like a regular hangout.
When you say life, like the board game life?
No, we were just talking.
All right, so that's why you said you're playing life. I'm like, oh, you're playing a board game. We haven't seen that in years.
No,
So you're just talking, hanging out, talking about life.
Yeah, that's.
Now, do you know what time you guys would have went to bed, approximately?
Honestly speaking, it's been 3 years. I don't recall.
Where did Patrick sleep?
On my couch.
And you said something about he had to leave. Did he tell you he had to leave?
Yep, he told me that he had to do something in the morning. So he actually asked me to wake him up early that morning. So that's what I did. I woke him up. I did not know that he was going to get shot. That was the last time.
So when you woke him up, he was on your couch, you didn't know exactly where he had to go, but you woke him up and he left right after that?
So I wake him up. He wanted me to go with him. I told one of my roommates to go with him. Because actually the plan was, I was supposed to, like I said, it was 4 of us in the house. So I woke him up. There was another friend of mine, if I remember correctly, there was a friend of mine that had to go watch his kid. So he dropped him off and then go to take care of his business and then bring back my roommate in the house. Because he was with my roommate, he went with my roommate.
So Patrick was supposed to come back to your house then?
Yeah, because he went with my roommate.
All right. So he left, and so how many people left your house?
So basically it was all 3 hours stay home.
But that morning, Monday morning when they left, you didn't go.
No, I did not go. I just woke him up. Cause like I said, he wanted me to wake him up because he had something to do early that morning, which is he never told me what it was.
And then Ame went with him,
Amy went with him.
and then this other individual.
So this other individual, the other individual got dropped off because he had to stay with his daughter, I believe.
And that was the last time you saw him. You didn't know what happened after that.
And the next thing I know, I see my roommate come in the house crying, shaking, and I'm like, what's going on?
How long after that was that later on in the day?
I don't really remember. I think it was maybe around 10. I don't know. I really don't remember.
10 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock at night?
Like only like in the afternoon. I really don't remember what time it was, but it was somewhere in there. Either 10 a.m. or somewhere in the afternoon. I don't really remember what time. And then I'm like, what's going on?
That was May coming home now?
And then come home and he's crying and everything. I'm like, what's going on?
All right, you gotta stop you right there. All right. I have nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Bukoru. My name is Matt Borgula. How you doing? You a little nervous?
Yeah?
Okay. We've never met before, right?
No.
Okay. I want to ask you some questions about your testimony.
Okay.
Now, you indicated that you had spent the day with Patrick on Saturday, part of the day on Saturday.
I met him on Saturday at the party.
Okay. And that you said there was a party. Was that party at your house or someone else's house?
No, somewhere else.
And whose house was that?
No, not a house. It was actually a place. If I remember, it was my place, the one on Division.
Is that like a bar?
Yeah, it's like a bar. We usually like I said, he would throw a party down, maybe every other Saturday. So I met him down there. It's pretty much like African party.
Okay, so were you guys drinking that night?
Did I drink?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm old enough to drink. Yeah, I did drink.
I never questioned that you were old enough to drink.
Actually, let me take that back. Yeah, I think, like I said, I don't remember. It's been 3 years. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, if there was a drink, I probably took a drink.
Okay, and so you spent the part of the night on Saturday with Mr. Lyoya.
On Saturday, he like I said, I saw him at the party, and then the party happened Saturday night. So on Sunday, he came over. Then he spent all night on Sunday night.
Okay, and what time on Sunday did he come over?
I really don't know, but I'm pretty sure it was like around maybe evening time. I'd probably say maybe 6 or 8 p.m., but I really don't remember what time he came up.
Okay, and you say you live with your roommate is Aime Tugasheme?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you two lived together?
Well, I know him pretty much. I know Emil ever since he came from Africa. So I know him since probably when he was in the middle school. So
okay, and how long have you two lived together?
We live together. Well, I live with Emma twice. Once at Wingate and then on Woodfield.
Okay, and where were you on that Sunday? What address were you at, the Wingate or the other one?
No, in my apartment on Woodfield.
On Woodfield, okay.
Yeah.
All right, and how long have you lived together with Mr. Tuyasheme at Woodfield?
I probably say maybe a year or so.
Okay. And Mr. Lyoya doesn't live with you,
No.
but he came over about 6 or 8 o'clock on Sunday, and you guys were talking about life,
Yeah, just hanging out.
okay? Did Mr. Lyoya mention any of the troubles with law that he was having as you were talking about life?
No,
No? Didn't mention anything? Were you guys drinking that night?
he wasn't. I was.
Mr. Lyoya wasn't drinking?
He, like I said, he told me that he had to do something early in the morning. I didn't see him drinking.
Okay. Do you know what Mr. Lyoya's favorite drink is?
Budweiser.
Okay, he likes Budweiser, okay. All right. So, now on Monday morning, so you said that you woke Mr. Lyoya up around 8 a.m., is that, am I getting that right?
Yeah, about that time.
Okay. He got there around 6 or 8 on Sunday,
PM, yeah.
so he was at your place for about 12 hours?
He was, like I said, we were just home. Yep. I don't remember him go anywhere. He probably I probably maybe step somewhere and come back, but I don't really remember him go anywhere. Yeah, we were just home.
You might have stepped out for a little bit, but you don't
I don't
remember.
know, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure he was home all night.
And you don't remember him drinking?
I don't remember him drinking.
Okay. Were you guys drinking, the other people that were there?
I was. I was going through a lot about that time, so yeah, I was.
Okay. And was Mr. Tuyasheme drinking?
I think he was, yeah.
And you mentioned there was a third person there, and I didn't catch the name. Could you repeat that?
His name is John Marie. I think John Marie came later. John Marie came later, but he doesn't live there too.
Okay. Did John Marie, did he spend the night?
John Marie, he was there with us, and then when I woke up, Mr. Patrick, he took him. The plan was basically to take him home, and then to go to his mission, and then come back.
Okay, so Mr. Lyoya was going to take Jean Marie somewhere the next day?
Monday,
Monday.
like
Okay.
he had his own plan that he had to do in the morning, which is he asked me to wake him up,
Okay, and you said he slept on the couch,
sleep in my couch.
and he had all his clothes on?
Yep, all his
Okay,
clothes
so he
on.
didn't change clothes and get into a bed?
No,
He just-
slept, yeah. Like I said, he don't live there, so he slept on the couch.
Okay. Is there a reason he slept on the couch instead of going home?
Like I said, he's a friend of mine, so any friend of mine is welcome to stay in my house if they want to.
Of course, and I'm sure everybody's had people stay over. But I want to ask you, did you have a plan that he was going to spend the night?
Did I have a plan?
Yeah.
No. I didn't know he was going to spend the night.
But you said Mr. Lyoya had a plan that he was going to get up at 8 and he had some business to take care of.
Yep, he told me to wake him up, and then that's my biggest regret, waking him up.
Okay, and did you know whether or not Mr. Lyoya had a car?
Yeah, he came with a car. Yeah,
Okay, did you know whether or not Mr. Lyoya had a driver's license?
that's personal information. I did not know any of
Okay.
that.
Never discussed that with Mr. Lyoya?
We don't never talk about any personal issue. I never discuss if he have a license or if he's a question you asked me before, if he ever got in trouble with the law. No.
So when you're saying you're talking about life, you're talking about everything but personal information?
Well, when I say life, basically, we talk about, hey, like a job, what your plans? Cause I know he, you know, I know he got kids, I got kids, so we let's talk about, you know, life in general.
Okay, and you don't remember whether or not he drank out at all that night?
That night, I don't remember.
Nothing further, thank you.
No further questions.
And I don't see any hands raised on the jury. May this witness be excused?
You may, Your Honor.
Instruction. All right, thank you very much, sir. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I think it.